great news for South African football fans. Safa says it will allow vaccinated fans to attend the Bafana Bafana World Cup qualifier against Ethiopia on the 9th of October. For more, we are joined by Safa NEC member Poobie Govindasamy, who is joining us via Zoom from Durban. Hello, Poobie. Thanks so much for your time. It's clearly happy news that we are bringing all our viewers and football fans. Can you just break it down and give us the detail as to what the entry requirements will be for fans to go and attend this game on the 9th of October?
Yeah, I think firstly, if you're vaccinated and you can show proof that you have been, then you will be allowed into the stadium. Currently, if you want to fly, you'll have to show that you've got a negative COVID test. We'll also accept that for entry into the stadium.
Will it be full capacity, or is there a specific limit on the amount of fans allowed to the stadium on that day?
Depending on the capacity, we haven't yet decided where the game is going to be. For example, if it's at the FNB Stadium, you know, it's got a maximum capacity of 90 to 100,000. And if we are allowed to at least get 30,000 into the stadium, then that would be it. It will create a good environment for social distancing and the safety for the fans and all concerned. If the game takes place at Orlando Stadium, the capacity then will be reduced accordingly.
And can you also enlighten us as to what the requirements inside the stadium would be once you've been approved entry to the stadium? Still, you have to keep your mask on throughout the proceedings inside the stadium?
You know, that hasn't been worked out in so far as the details are concerned. The association will be meeting with the Minister of Health during the course of this week. And the finer details, together with the Safa medical doctor and the technical team, will be finalizing those details.
Now, clearly, this is a proper breakthrough as far as moving in a direction where supporters of sport can look forward to going to the stadiums to cheer on their teams. Is this a one-off decision, or is this an opening of the gates, as it were, as far as multiple sports and live sports is concerned? Can you confirm that for us?
What I can say is that as far as Safa is concerned, yesterday we had an executive meeting, and the discussion around fans being returned to the stadium for our games, you know, there was a lot of discussion around it. At the end of the day, we said that lives and livelihoods have been affected. It has impacted greatly on our country and sports in particular. Football has suffered, and we must now make a concerted effort to get things back to normality. So if you are vaccinated, if you do have the negative test, then of course we are saying that fans should return to the games. That goes for amateur sport as well.
Now, you just mentioned that in the discussions, it was fairly lengthy, and there were clearly some victories that have been made. The fact that we are now looking forward to welcoming fans back into whichever stadium the game will be played at should be seen as a victory. What are some of the concerns that have come up in your conversations with all the relative parties in this conversation?
You know, one of the big concerns is are the rights of individuals who are saying to the country that they're not going to vaccinate. We have said that, well, if you want to be part of the Safa family, you want to be a registered player, you want to officiate in our games, you want to be an executive member making decisions for football, then you'll have to be vaccinated. We understand that others are saying for various reasons, they have a right in terms of the law not to be compelled to vaccinate. We understand that, but we're saying that in terms of the limitation, according to the Bill of Rights and our Constitution, we believe that in the interest of the public and for the public good, you should be vaccinated. So if you don't comply, we are saying that you will not gain entry into the stadiums or into our grounds. For that matter, even an executive member, at the next meeting after the 31st of October, if you're not vaccinated, if you cannot show us that you have a negative COVID test report, you won't be allowed into our executive meeting as well.
Just one more thing before we end this conversation. There's clearly a portion of the population that are very passionate about sport and attending live sport events. But there's obviously also a portion of the population that, as you mentioned, are still, for whatever reasons, resistant to vaccination. Are you hoping that this type of campaign and this type of decision that was taken would encourage regular South Africans to strongly consider vaccination? Because after everything is said, it is the right thing to do in these times that we are living in.
Yeah, I think you're quite right. It is the right thing to do. We need to assist the general public vaccinate. We need to assist government. You know, they've gone on a big campaign starting this weekend with the Vuma campaign. We want to play our role as football. We want to ensure that the biggest sport in this country assists in getting people to understand that it is for the greater good that you should vaccinate. And for getting back to normality in all kinds of activities in our communities, I think we've made the right decision.